Hello. We're going to take a quick look at how Drive is laid out so that you can see all the different things that are on your screen. Anytime that you're in any of the Google Apps for Education screens, you should see essentially the same things up in the top header bar. So if we go all the way to the top, you can see that I first logged into my email up here. And then when I was in my email, I came over here to the right side and I found this 9 squared grid. Anytime I click on this grid in any of the apps that I'm in, it's going to bring up the menu of all the different apps that are available for me. Remember, an app is just an application or program. So in this case, it shows me everything that's available to me through our Google Apps for Education. And you'll see that I can go down here. I've got search, I've got my Google Plus account, sites, mail, calendar, drive, where we are now. Always, you can tell by the triangle. Docs, sheets, slides, and if I click on more, I'll actually find more. So I have groups and contacts for my Gmail. I have maps. I have YouTube. Google has bought YouTube, so that makes the integrations much easier. There's Google Translate, which we all know works some of the time. The Vault, where I can archive things. And I can click on even more from Google, and you'll find that it will take me to About Google with lots of different information about products and different things that I might be interested in using. We're not going to do that today. So if I go back here, you'll notice that the last one on the very bottom is Classrooms, because this is the most recent addition. Okay, so we're already in Drive. I'm going to come up here. Let's take a quick look here to see what we have. We have the St. Stephen's School logo, so I know that I'm in my St. Stephen's account and not my personal email account. This would take me directly to Google Plus if I wanted to go there. Again, my 9 squared grid. Over here, I have 0 unread notifications. I've never actually had a notification and don't think. I come to Google Plus Share. If I were in Google Plus and wanted to share something out of my drive, I could just do it quickly from here. And this is the icon for me, for my account. Coming back over here, over on the left-hand side, it's always going to let you know where you are. So I have, again, the drive icon. It says drive, and at the moment, I'm in my drive. Coming back to the left, this is Gridview. If I click on Gridview, I will instead see everything without the details, and I have kind of images of some of my documents. I prefer grid. A to Z, this is how I can sort my different options. So I can sort by name, by last modified by me, or last opened by me. The other way of doing this, since most computer things have different ways, is I can click here on name, which you can see is the default. So it's doing it in alphabetical order starting from A and moving it up. Owner, last modified by date, and file size. And of course folders. This is the icon over here on the left for the folder. This is my admin folder. Ignore the dates that they were last modified. I have a bunch of documents I haven't organized because I've been not very good at getting to them. If this were files, down here you'll start to see how big the different individual files are. But when it's a folder, of course, you don't show. And then over here I can view details, and it will tell me my latest activity. This can be really handy if you're looking for something you just did yesterday, or if you want to go back and check on something. So I've moved an item, I've renamed an item, etc. And I can see activity, or I can see details, which takes me back where I was. And then there's settings, and settings is a very powerful little icon. You have settings in many of the different apps that you're in. In this case, if I click on settings, I can go to settings. I can leave the new drive. What we're looking at is the new version of Drive. They've just updated it a little bit ago. I can see keyboard shortcuts, or I can go to help. We're just going to leave it as it is right now in settings. I do want to remind you that anytime that you're in a Google Apps for Education application, up here where on this top bar, you have your back arrow, your forward arrow, your refresh so that you can reload the page, your URL showing you exactly where you are, And then over here, these other little icons you may not have on your screen, these are extensions that I have added to my Google account. So no matter what device I'm on, when I log into my SSS Roam email, these extensions have been enabled for me. So right now, I'm capturing this through TechSmith SnagIt, which is a screen capture and screencasting application. Over here with this bar, I can save basically any website as a PDF. It doesn't always work, but it does a pretty good job. And then Tab Cloud. If I were to accidentally X out my browser bar, which sadly, we all do, and then you think, oh no, I needed those two other ones, not all of them. If I click on Tab Cloud, it'll bring me a list of everything that was open so that I can reopen something. It's quite a little handy device. This is the Customize and Control Google Chrome, and if I go in here, there's quite a lot of things that I can use quite often. The one that I'll show you just now, and we'll look at this another time, is Zoom. If I were showing this on a big screen to us in the faculty in a faculty meeting, for example, I might want to zoom in so that on the screen it's larger and people in the back of the room can see. And I can also go full screen if I want to. And then settings is the other most useful here, but we will go into that when we look at Chrome another time. So let's take a look at Drive.